If you watch my videos for a while, you know that I get really excited about this and I love to make advent calendars. If you haven't seen them, I will be sure to link them down below. This is just something that I love doing every year for my family. I have always done it. And this year I wanted to make 2 advent calendars that were a little different than the ones that I've made in the past. I always love to fill them with surprises and treats and different activities to do. But this year, I wanted to make one that is a countdown using the scriptures, telling the story of Jesus' birth. So that is what this is full of, are just scriptures, so that we can sit down as a family and talk about that. This is something else that I've never done. I did a 12 days of Christmas countdown. Now this one is full of treats and different activities to do with my kids. I wanted to give them something that, again, we can sit down as a family and do together. So that is what I filled this one up with. I made both of these using the same wooden board that I found at Hobby Lobby. You can also find these at Michael's, and I even saw some at Walmart. If you want to do the full 25-day countdown, you can get bigger ones, or if you just want yours a little bit bigger. There wasn't anything in between. There was only this size and then one that was almost double this size. So I went with the smaller ones just because we don't have a lot of space. And I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. They were so fun and easy to make, and this is how I did it. These are some of the supplies I used, along with a few others. Wooden pallet, sign, or board. I found mine at Hobby Lobby. Christmas scrapbooking paper. I used 5 different patterns. A cutting board, scissors, Mod Podge and a sponge brush, sandpaper, twine or yarn, wooden clips, and a staple gun. To start, I'm going to Mod Podge the scrapbooking paper onto the board. I put the scrapbooking paper on in 2 different directions. On one board, it's going across, and on the other board, up and down. Using the cutting board, I cut the scrapbooking paper into strips, the size of each small board. Be sure to measure before cutting. Once the paper is cut, arrange the different patterns until you like how it looks. Using the sponge brush, apply an even coat of Mod Podge. Make sure to get the corners and edges. Put the scrapbooking paper on top and press down firmly. You may need to press down on the edges and corners a few times. Repeat this on each board. Allow time for the Mod Podge to dry completely. I like to let it dry overnight. Next, I'm using the sandpaper to distress the corners of the scrapbooking paper. This is optional, and to smooth out the edges of the wooden board. I really recommend doing this to avoid slivers. And that's it for our board. For our scripture countdown, I'm using these tiny brown bags that I found at Hobby Lobby, along with the rest of the supplies here. Tiny white wooden clips. I made small cards out of scrapbooking paper to write each scripture on. Mine are 3 by 2 inches. Double-sided sticky tape, markers, a ruler, a hot glue gun and glue sticks, and these cute button numbers. I'm starting by writing down a different scripture for each day on the card. I will leave these listed down below. If you like this idea but don't want to do a scripture, you can also write down a different activity for each day. Once the cards are ready, fold each one in half and place it inside of the bag. Fold the top of the bag over and hold it closed with a piece of double-sided tape. Then I'm hot gluing the button number onto the front of our envelope. You can also use stickers or write each number on the envelope. Repeat 24 more times. Once all 25 are complete, I arrange the envelopes the way I wanted them to be. I like them on a diagonal and they fit a little better this way. Then measure the distance in between each clip and mark it. Next, hot glue each white wooden clip to the board. Once dry, clip each envelope onto the board. Repeat on the other 4 boards. I love how this turned out. For our 12-day countdown, I used small burlap bags. They came in a pack of 6. Red and green number tags, twine, wooden clips, and a staple gun. I started by doing the same steps with my palette board. Next, measure the length you want your twine to be by stringing it across the board. Cut it and flip the board over. Secure the twine using a staple gun on each side of the board. I then tied the twine to make sure it was secure. Repeat 3 times. I skipped 1 board in between. Then clip 4 wooden clips to each row. Fill the burlap bags with different treats and activities. I used a piece of each activity that fit into the bag. Now it's time to add our number tags. I just tied them around the bow on each bag. Cut off extra string. All that is left to do is clip each bag to the board. And that's it. You can hang this like I'm going to do, or put it on a stand. It looks super cute in a windowsill. That is it for this year's Advent calendars. I hope that you were able to follow along. If you want to recreate one of these 2 or both like I did, I will be hanging this one up. I think it will look really cute hanging on the wall. You can also do the same thing using a frame. Just string the thread along the frame and then you can hang the little bags on the string just like this, but it will be on a frame, which is super, super cute too. I would love to see pictures if you guys try these, and I hope that you all have fun counting down the days till Christmas. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!